Hi, I'm Brian James. Thanks a lot for joining me. When I was in my early 30s, I injured my back pretty badly. And for some years after that, I would have constant problems with my back. I would wake up one day in the morning and my back would start to seize up, and I'd have to get onto the floor and crawl to the bathroom for a muscle relaxant. And this was kind of ongoing. It would crop up very random times, reaching for a bar of soap in the shower and my back would seize up. It was very frustrating. And I tried a lot of different strategies to help with my back, including doing physiotherapy exercises. But it wasn't until I really started to do a daily yoga practice that I realized some relief and kind of a long-term resiliency against back injury and back pain. And even now, if I do something and injure my back or pull a muscle, I recover very quickly and I maintain a practice throughout that time. So the big difference that I see between physiotherapy and therapeutic yoga is that physiotherapy really just focuses on the physical aspect of recovery and maintenance, while yoga incorporates the breath work and mindfulness. So it's working on the level of the nervous system and the mind, as well as the physical body. And as we all know, one of the big contributing factors to lower back pain is stress. So if we can do physical exercises that help to create more core stability and release tension in the low back and things like that, if we can accompany that with the breath work and mindfulness exercises of yoga, then we're really taking a holistic approach to lower back recovery and care. So today I want to offer a simple practice that would hopefully be good for most people who are dealing with any kind of lower back issues. I've definitely seen a lot of clients one-to-one who are dealing with this issue and have generally found these exercises to be helpful and accessible to most. But of course, stay tuned into your body, and if anything doesn't feel right or is adding to your pain level, please refrain from doing it and reach out and contact me. Maybe there's some help that I can offer you one-to-one. Okay, so this practice, we're going to start on hands and knees, and we're not going to do any standing asanas in this practice. Everything's going to be kneeling and lying down. So come into this basic tabletop position on your hands and knees. You can have your toes curled under or feet flat. Your choice here. But take a moment and find a balance between your hands, so left and right, and then between your hands and your knees. We want to evenly distribute our weight here so it feels like a neutral kind of resting position. And then we're going to start just by doing some simple spinal waves, aka cat-cow movement. Help us tune into our breath and gently warm up the spine. So when you're ready, take an inhale, try to breathe into your chest and lift your gaze a little, not too much. Lift your tail, let your belly drop. And as you exhale, really try to engage your abdominals. Tuck your tailbone, bring your chin down toward your chest and round your back. Continue like that. Try to find a nice steady breath rhythm. And see if you can really bring the breath and movement together as one whole body action. So the breath movement is the body movement is the breath movement. Okay, and then we're going to expand that movement. So on the inhale, come into the gentle back arch. This time on your exhale, see if you can press your hips back into child pose and only go as deep as it's comfortable. On your inhale, come into that gentle back arch, lifting your chest. Try to extend through the chest. And exhale, really engage your abdominals. So the exhale comes from the belly. Try that a few more times. I find this to be one of the best movements to help release any tension in the low back. But if my back's really tight, I may not go back very far. It may just be to this kind of depth. Now, let's do it one more time. And then on your next inhale, come back to that neutral tabletop position. Okay, we're going to do some leg raises here. So in Sanskrit, we call this Chakravakasana. But let's just call it leg raises for now. Okay, so on your inhale, lift your right leg up and gently lift your gaze. So we're not looking to go into a deep back arch here. And take a pause after the inhale. Really try to engage your glutes. On your exhale, release your knee down. And we're going to alternate legs. So next inhale, lift up your left leg, lift your chest a little, engage your glute, take a pause there for a moment, and exhale, bring the knee down. And if it feels good, you might, on the exhale, come into that rounding the back position. So let's continue like that, alternating legs on the inhale. Take a short pause at the top of the inhale. Really try to engage your glute. Okay, let's do one more round. All right, now we're going to stay on each side. So inhale, lift your right leg. Engage your glute, steady breathing, and if you feel quite stable and comfortable here, you might try raising your opposite arm out in front and try to feel like you're extending through that arm and back through the extended leg. Try to keep your breath steady here. I know it's a little harder to do that, but just do what you can. If you're still there, try to stay one more breath. And on your exhale, release. Come back to the tabletop, maybe rounding your back if that feels good. And move to the other side. Inhale, lift your leg. Take a moment to assess how comfortable you feel here. And maybe raising the opposite arm. really trying to extend through the whole body. If you're still there, try to stay one more breath. And on your exhale, bring your hand and knee down and gently come into child pose. And we'll just try that movement a few times. Inhale, tabletop. Lift your chest, lift your tail. Exhale, child pose. Okay, next we're gonna come onto the belly for Bhujangasana or a cobra pose. So have your hands beside your upper chest. So the elbows are bent, and if it's possible, bring your elbows in close to your body. Resting position, chin is toward the chest, forehead on the ground or just above it. And on your inhale, try to lift up your chest using your arms as little as possible, really using your back muscles to lift your chest. And exhale, lower down. So it's a small movement, but try to do it very mindfully with your muscles engaging in your lower back. When you lift, maybe even pausing, squeezing your glutes for a moment, and then exhale, releasing down. Try that a few more times. So we're not trying to go for a heroic back bend here. Okay, next time you come up, try staying for a couple breaths. See if you can keep the back muscles engaged. And on your exhale, lower down. And pressing through your hands, slowly, mindfully, bring yourself back into child pose. Help to relieve any lower back tension. And we're going to do that first movement again. On your inhale, come into the gentle back arch. Exhale, child pose. Let's try that a few times. And exhale, come into child pose, take a moment. All right, now we're going to do a couple movements on the back. So transition carefully onto your back. And you can start by gently bringing your knees in toward your chest. We're going to start with some leg lifts. So begin with both feet on the floor with your knees bent. Straighten your right leg out, arms at your side. On your inhale, raise your arms overhead. Fill your chest. On your exhale, engage the abdominals, lift your straight leg, arms come down. Try that a few more times. Inhale, opening up. Exhale. Leg lifting, arms down. Little pause after the exhale. Okay, after your next exhale, keep your leg raised. Bring your hands to the back of your thigh. Really try to straighten that leg as much as you can, pressing up through your heel. So really feel the stretch in the back of your leg. Don't worry if the leg isn't straight up in the air or if your leg isn't coming toward your face. Just try to get a really good stretch through the back of the leg. This is a really safe way to stretch the hamstrings. Okay, and then exhale, bring your knee in toward your chest. And change legs. So right foot on the floor, left leg straight, arms at your side. 4 breaths with movement, and then we'll stay for about 4 breaths. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, from your abdominals, lift your leg, arms come down. 3 more times. Okay, and then on the next round, when you exhale, bring your leg up, and we're going to stay here, hands to the back of your thigh. Really get a good stretch through that leg. Just be with the sensation. Be with your breath. Send some loving thoughts to your hamstrings. And when you exhale, bring your knee in. Okay, next movement, we're going to start with with both legs straight. Arms at your side. Now for this movement, we're going to focus on extending the pause after inhale. Okay, so arms at your side. On your inhale, raise your arms overhead, right to the floor. Chin down toward your chest. Take a pause. And then exhale, bring your knee in toward your chest, hands to your shins, little squeeze in. It's like helping the exhale out. Inhale, stretch your legs, stretch your arms. Pause, hold the breath for a moment. And exhale. Other knee comes in, alternating legs every exhale. Let's continue like that. So if you're counting your breath, it might be a 4-4-4 ratio. So inhale for 4, pause for 4, holding, and exhale for 4. And maybe just a little pause after the exhale. Okay, let's do one more round. And then bring both knees in. All right, next we're going to do the bridge. So both feet on the floor, knees bent. And for this variation, just keep your arms on the floor. So arms beside you, palms down, shoulder blades flat. On your inhale, press through your feet, lift your hips up. We're going to pause after the inhale, really squeezing the glutes, pressing through the feet. The chin is toward the chest to help make that seal at the throat. And exhale, bring your hips down. Continue like that. Inhale for a count of 4. Pause for 4. Engaging. And exhale with control, lowering down. All right, continue. Let's do 4 more rounds. One more. Gently bring your knees in. And we're going to finish with a simple breathing exercise in Apanasana. So hands on your knees. When you inhale, let your knees move away from your chest until your arms are fully extended. And on your exhale, gently bring your knees in toward your chest. And let's just do a 4-4 ratio. Inhaling 4, exhaling for 4. Now, as you continue, your exhale might just want to naturally slow down. So as your nervous system relaxes, the exhale can just get slower. Really just try to let your breath guide you. How does your body want to breathe right now? What feels good? What feels nourishing? And at a certain point, your body's just going to want to rest, so you can take a resting position with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground, so your lower back is closer to the ground. If it's comfortable, you could stretch out your legs, take Shavasana. Just give yourself some time to integrate the practice, to enjoy a few moments of stillness, enjoying not needing to do anything, not needing to go anywhere. Feel the support of the earth. Allow your body to sink into that support. Scanning your whole body, noticing if you're holding anywhere, if there's any residual tension in your body. And instead of doing anything to release the tension, just give it your attention. So just hold your attention there, noticing. And then noticing that usually that tension just starts to let go. Notice how your breath falls into its own natural rhythm. If you have your hands on your belly, notice how you can feel your heartbeat in your belly. So the heartbeat isn't just localized in the chest, in that organ we call the heart, but really it extends through the whole venous system, out to every fingertip, up to every toe, up to the crown of the head, and everywhere else. So the whole body heart is beating. The whole body breath is breathing. And the whole body is resting.